What's up, everybody? It's your main man, DG the Great, back again with another video on the channel. Today, I'm going to be doing my Auburn versus Georgia prediction for the game this Saturday. The game will kick off at 3:30 p.m. in Athens, Georgia. This will be our first home game since the Tennessee Tech game, which was week 2. Yeah, we got a lot of uncertainty right now as far as the Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, we just coming off a loss to Alabama, by a score of 41-34. We tried to make a comeback in the second half after falling down 30-7. We came up short, but at the end of the day, almost don't count in football. That only counts in counting horseshoes and grenades. That's the only thing almost counting. So yeah, we gotta hope we bounce back and regroup back from this. Yeah, man, we got Auburn coming into town, and they're not a bad team. I think they better than what their record shows. Auburn problem is they can't stop turning the ball over. Yeah, they got a turnover issue this year. But you look at their games, like they right there in the ball games. They right there. They just can't stop turning the ball over. I think they got like 15 turnovers on the season through 5 games. So that's an average of 3 turnovers a game if we're gonna do it off average. So yeah. And they don't force many turnovers on top of that either. So what is that? That's a minus 11 in turnovers. Yeah, that ain't good. That's definitely not good. So yeah, we got them guys coming in Athens this Saturday. It's our homecoming. And this is the 129th meeting between the two schools, also known as the Deep South oldest rivalry. It's one of the oldest It is the oldest rivalry. One of the oldest rivalries in the game of college football. So yeah, I hope we come in and handle business and do what we need to do. The only thing I'm gonna be looking for is like how we gonna come out in the first half. I hope we keep the momentum from the second half of the Alabama game, and I hope that propels us for the rest of the season to continue to come out starting fast, executing, getting in rhythm, all that good stuff. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for. But like I say, by us, the way we come out Saturday, that's pretty much going to kind of give me an indication of what this team is going to be about moving forward throughout this year. So I'm about to read off some numbers between Georgia and Auburn. And I'm going to give you my prediction at the end of the video. All right. For starters, Georgia's averaging 32.3 points per game, and that ranked them nationally at 76. Auburn, on the other hand, is scoring an average of 33.4 points a game, and that put them 25th in the country. So that's a check mark for Auburn. They're scoring more points than us. Yeah, even though it's by a small margin, I mean, they're scoring a point more than us in game. Defensively, Georgia's giving up 14.8. That ranked them nationally 12th in the country. Auburn, on the other hand, is giving up 18.8. That'll put them 18.8, and that'll put them at 51st ranked in the country. Georgia has committed on 4 turnovers. That is ranked 33rd in the country, while Auburn has committed 15 turnovers. That put them at the bottom. They're ranked 133rd in the country. So they're at the bottom. They're one of the worst teams in the country when it comes to turning the ball over at a high clip. Georgia, on the other hand, has forced 4 turnovers, and that ranked them 93rd, and so is Auburn. So us and Auburn are tied for 93rd in the country with 4 turnovers forced. Now it's on to some personal player stats. Carson Beck is on the season. He is 83 of 132 for 1,119 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Pat Thorne, on the other hand, is 61 of 102 for 1,038 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Travis Etienne, 36 carries for 212 yards with 1 touchdown on the season. Jacquez Hunter, this brother's a real workhorse. And I'm going to tell you something. I hope our front seven come to play Saturday, because he bringing that pain. On the season as of right now, he got 65 carries for 437 yards with 2 touchdowns. So yeah, he averaging right at I give him probably about 80, probably about 88 to 92 yards. That's what he averaged in the game. All right, far as receiving, Arian Smith. And by the way, the numbers that I'm giving off, they're just the leaders on the team, respectfully. I ain't gonna dive too deep into all the other stats. As far as the other players, I'm just naming off the leaders in each category. Far as offense and stuff. So Arian Smith got 17 receptions for 274 yards with 2 touchdowns. Lambert Smith has 17 receptions for 415 yards and 6 touchdowns. So yeah, they got a receiver, man. He seemed like he's a deep threat. He's gonna stretch our defense and he's gonna test our back end. Like I said, he already got 6 touchdowns on the season through 5 games. So yeah, he's definitely scoring every game. So yeah, we gonna have to we got to come play. That's just what it is. We gotta execute, we gotta stop starting slow. So yeah, like I said, this is our 129th meeting. Georgia lead the all-time series 64-58. 64 wins with 58 losses and 8 ties. Georgia also is on a 7-game win streak, dating all the way back to the 2017 SEC championship game. That's where the streak started. So yeah, we got a 7-game win streak on them. We haven't lost to them in seven tries. So yeah, I want to say that's the team we have. Is them and Tennessee. Yeah, we got the longest winning streak against both teams. It's tied at 7. As far as like teams we don't play in the season, it's Tennessee and Auburn. We got 7-game win streaks on both of those teams. Yeah. So, and I forgot Missouri. Missouri actually is Missouri with the longest. But we don't play them this year. So we got an 8-game win streak on them. Kirby Smart hasn't lost to Missouri since he's been coaching. So yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the game at hand. Excuse me. As far as the spread, Georgia is favored at 24 points a game. The spread is 24 points. Do I think Georgia cover that spread? It all depends on how they start in the first half. If they start fast in the first half, they'll definitely cover. But if it be one of them slow walking first half, Auburn gonna cover the spread on their end. So I'm kind of on the fence. So yeah, we'll see. So like I say, this game I feel like it's kind of a little tricky game. It's kind of like I don't want to call it a trap game, but it's one of them tricky games. Cause like I say, Auburn not a bad team. Yeah, their record is 2-3, but they're not a bad team at all. Excuse me. Yeah, they're not a bad team at all. We just got to come play, and we got to be focused. And like I said, I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty with this team right now. I don't know if we're going to come out with our heads on fire or going to be stuck in the mud again. I don't know. I hope we come out with our heads on fire and, come out pissed off about how the game ended on Saturday and how we came out to begin with that game. I just really hope we come out pissed off and just go on to tell the rest of the season. That's what the fan in me hope. But in reality, I don't know. I don't know. All the stuff all the players that we had over the course of 3 years, like it's starting to show now. Like we're losing a lot of players through the portal and the draft. And it's starting to show now. It's hard to keep that turnover going. Ain't too many schools doing that outside of Alabama. It's hard to keep that turnover going. So yeah. So my prediction for the game on Saturday, if Georgia come out with their head on fire, they'll cover that spread easy. But if they don't, then yeah, it's gonna be a closer game than what we would like, and then it's really gonna start being some questions gonna start swirling around the internet world, and people gonna start. You're gonna hear some rumbles out of Dawg Nation. Like it's gonna be, oh, what's going on? Like why are we looking like this? Like what is the problem? So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of self-evaluation. So it's gonna be a lot of rumblings going on. You already know how it is in college football. Everybody want their team to win, but shit, everybody can't win them all. Can't win every game. And like I said, I'm enjoying this ride. Georgia done been on a hell of a ride since 2021. A hell of a ride. We done got 2 natters, a SEC championship, You know, it's just that we just that one team we can't do nothing with, you know, and that's Alabama. And I done came to the realization that, yeah, that's going to be that one team that I don't think we're going to be able to beat no time soon. We can't figure them out. We can't figure them out for nothing in the world. And the crazy part about it, like we kind of know what their angle going to be, and we still can't stop it. So, you know, it is what it is. But my prediction for the game, I got Georgia winning 42-17. And I think Carson Beck bounced back with a 300 passing yard game with 2 touchdowns. I think Etienne will get over 100 yards this game. I think Arian Smith will have him and Dylan Bell will have another productive outing. And I think we'll cruise to a good victory and try to get our footing back. That's if we come out in the first half on fire. Now, if we come out in the first half in the mud, stuck in the mud, I think it's going to be something like a 27-17 to 20 game, something similar to the last year's game. So it's a tale of two tapes. Like I say, first half going to tell me everything I need to know. Yeah, it's going to tell me everything I need to know about the game on Saturday. And there's a couple things I want to point out too, as far as like the Georgia roster. I want to see more of Nate Frazier, and I want to see more of Lucky Lawson. Lawson Lucky. I want to see more of those guys, man. Like I said, we got a flash of Nate Frazier against Clemson, and I love what I seen out of him. He giving me DeAndre Swift vibes. Like, I love what I seen out of him. And then with Lawson Lucky, I feel like he's the better tight end on the roster at the moment. He blocked well. He has great ball security, and he catches well. As you can see in the Alabama game, like he caught a 2-point conversion, and they also hauled in a touchdown. So I think Lawson Lucky is the best tight end on our roster right now. That's no knock on the other tight ends, but I feel like he's the best tight end on the roster right now. And I want to see those guys get more touches, and I also want to see Anthony Evans get more touches too. I think the young man definitely got great potential, and his ceiling is high. He's quick, great route runner, fast. So those 3 guys I want to see more out of. I want to see them on the field more often. I feel like those guys can really help open up that offense a little more because of their speed, because of their knack, and because of their playmaking ability. I think those guys can really help that offense out. On the defensive side, I like to see what Allen Robinson got, man. Yeah, he got great potential too. You know, he was a #1 overall player coming out of high school this past year. You know, I want to see what he got. Like, I feel like we need to start playing our younger players. That's how you build up. Get them out there, put them in the fire. Like, you know, let them get tested early. So, you know, as they get older throughout their years at the university, you know, they'll be more well equipped for big time games, and there won't be no pressure. I know we don't really like playing young players like that unless you're just special. But yeah, I feel like he need to get on the field more. I feel like we need to play our freshmen a little more. Or at least have them in rotation, for sure. But like I said, hey, I'm just a fan. I don't get paid all the big bucks. That's why Coach Kirby Smart is, you know, the coach he is, and that's why he's been successful, because he know his product. He know his players, and he know what they can give him and what they can't give him at the moment. So, you know, that's just a wish list for me from a fan standpoint. But, you know, from a coaching standpoint, I understand why Coach, you know, don't really put him in like that. You know, for whatever reason, whatever he's saying, the practice, for who knows, you know, Anthony Neville probably ain't getting on the field because he's not good at, he's good at route running his feet. He's fast, and, you know, he's quick, but he's probably not a great blocker on the perimeter. Who knows? The same thing can go for Lawson Lucky. He can be, you know, good at pass catching and got good ball security, but, you know, he's probably not as good at, you know, blocking. And same thing for Nate Frazier. Same thing. Great at running and everything, but when it comes to pass blocking, he whiff a little bit. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's just something that, you know, it could be the issues why they're not seeing the field as much. And I'd be glad when Roger Robinson come back too. I feel like he'll boost that backfield too, because, you know, our running game, it's been kind of down, man, since 2020. Nah, just this year. Last year, the last 3 years, it's been a decent run game. Running game been kind of down this year. You know, it's been kind of down this year. I feel like people don't respect our outside receivers and they just loading up the box and just seeing what we can do. That's why I say them guys I just named up, I feel like you get them in the game that'll open up that playbook. But hey, you know, I'm just running off and, you know, jibber jabbing and give you my wish list for who I want to see on the field more often. So yeah, that's my prediction for the game. I got Georgia winning this one 42-17. It's gonna be I hope we come out, establish ourselves early and often. Get back to the Georgia brand of football. Stop with these slow starts. And let's get back to being who we are. You know, the Alabama game, it's in the past, it's behind us now. It's over with. It is what it is. Let's move forward. You know, let's get this thing going again, man. Let's start up another win streak. Let's get this thing going again, man. Let's start some Georgia football and let's get this thing back going, and let's go on and get this dub this weekend on homecoming. And then after that, we're going to get ready for Mississippi State. And always, I can't even talk. I'm sorry, y'all. As always, go Dogs, and I'll see y'all on the next video.